Santhosh from Dublin, Ohio asks, recently I read an article saying that the U.S. faces a big risk in 2013 as there is a spike in the amount of treasuries that are maturing. Is that true? I also read that the U.S. rolls over debt every year in trillions. How is this possible without someone buying the new debt? Isn't rollover the same as defaulting?
Yeah, you're raising a point that I talk about often on the radio program. That is the short maturities, the short duration of the national debt. We have a lot of bonds maturing every year, not just 2013, but 14, 15. Bonds are constantly maturing because we sell so many short-term bonds. We do that because it costs the government less to borrow for a year than if it has to borrow for 10 years or 30 years. Just like when people were buying houses, they used adjustable rate mortgages because they were cheaper than a fixed. The problem was when rates go up, then you really get in trouble. And that's what the trouble we're going to be in when interest rates eventually go up. But you also make another point, and that's the rollover. You see, all this debt that is maturing, we need to pay it back. But obviously we can't. The government doesn't have the money. So what their plan is to borrow the money. They're hoping to borrow the money from the very people that we're repaying. This is just a Ponzi scheme. This is exactly what Bernie Madoff did. That was his plan. And it worked for a while until it collapsed. So we've been able to keep this Ponzi scheme going because we've been able to borrow all the money we need to pay off the maturing treasuries. But one of these days we won't be able to do it because the people who hold the notes won't want to roll it over unless we pay them a much higher rate of interest, but we can't afford to pay them a much higher rate of interest. And this is the train wreck that we're heading towards.